Watch your fucking mouth now.
Watch your mouth.
Don't do that.
You're like a bottle of wine.
You tried it. I ain't gonna tell you how
you
you
get better with time.
You gotta slide down just
All I need is a glass of you.
Bitch, you tried it, Queen.
Come on, Ellen.
Stop! Why'd you do that? Anyway, y'all, look. I mean, we love Hollywood Exes and everything.
We gotta skim through it, cause I took notes.
I mean, go ahead, cause I mean, I really was not interested. It looked like they had a good time in Hawaii.
Okay, so the part I got here like around 8:15. So when I got here, they was at dinner. All the ladies was at dinner except for Jessica. They was going in on Jessica at the dinner because of what Jessica said about black girls not and white girls not mixing, and about Shamika being a hood rat. Now last season, Jessica called Shamika a hood rat. They had conflict, and they got past it. So this season, she repeated what she said about Shamika, saying that she meant it to Shayna. Shayna repeated it to the ladies. Yeah. So then we get to Cherie. Cherie's husband is a minister, and Cherie is the head of the women's ministry at her church, in which her husband run. And Cherie don't want to disappoint her husband, but Cherie want to step down from the ministry.
Because she want to follow a bigger cause.
She want to follow a bigger cause. So my whole thing is, it always happen like that. People, they be in a situation, they be doing something, they get a little more money, they get a little bit more fame, and they act like they too big for what they was doing, and they want to act grand from where they was already at. My whole thing is, I feel like if Cherie was never on the show, and if Cherie wasn't getting money from the show, and her popularity and fame wasn't skyrocketing up, she wouldn't want to step down.
That famous to me.
I know, but to her she's famous. She got, like, she's more recognized.
But she want to go at that bigger calling, I say.
But she never said exactly what her bigger calling is. I just feel like she just want to step down. I just feel like she acting grand and she fronting on her church. I feel like she should be able to do exactly what she want to do with her bigger calling is, and still ministry to church. She been doing it the last 3 seasons of Hollywood Exes.
Maybe she was doing it because her husband wanted her to do that, but now she probably feel like, I don't have to do that anymore. I shouldn't have to do something I don't want to do because I don't have no passion for it. Yeah,
but that's how I feel. I feel like Cherie is just, acting funny, and I feel like she, fronting on the church a little bit because of the show, and she's getting a little bit more famous. That's just how I feel. And if I was the people at the church, I'd be like, oh damn, you just want to just leave us? Or you want to get on the show? You want to get a little bit more money, a little bit more recognizable, and now you want to leave us? And like, that's how I feel. I feel like there's no way she shouldn't be able to do ministry to church, because it probably only takes 1 or 2 days out the week, and not even the whole day, just a couple hours. That's just how I feel. Okay. So then we're gonna skip to Nicole and Cherie. Nicole and Cherie feel bad that the ladies is going in on Jessica the way that they are. My whole thing is, first, I feel like, first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. This is the second time that Jessica done said some shit that got her ass and fired. My whole thing is, you can't feel bad for a person that don't want to help themselves. Jessica keep going in the way that she going in, and she keep making the comments and saying the shit that she keeps saying. Everybody not gonna throw you a life jacket and keep fucking saving you. Yeah. You can't help nobody that don't want to be helped, and you can't save nobody that don't want to be saved. I feel like Jessica don't want to be saved, but Nicole, being a neutral friend that she is, she said in the show that, she understands and she recognized that,
but Nicole should have been
that Jessica, that Jessica was wrong and Jessica fucked up, but she felt like, Jessica deserved another chance after already getting 2 chances, and she feel bad, and they feel like it's out with Jessica and with Shayna. And then Nicole also approaches Shamika about the situation with Jessica, and Shamika's whole thing is, I'm not trying to fucking hear it. She called me a hood rat last season. I forgave her. We made over. This season, she's going to repeat what she said, and on top of saying what she said, she's going to say she meant it. I'm a hood rat. Shamika, I'm back in. I feel, if I was Shamika, I would say the same thing. Like, no, bitch, you call, there's no forgiving, there's no talking, there's no reconciling, like you said it. I'm not throwing you no life jacket. I don't want nothing to do with you. And bitch, I'm throwing you to the wolves. And then the last night of their vacation, the ladies played Truth or Dare. Shayna and Nicole asked Drea. No, Shayna and Nicole asked Drea. No, Nicole asked Drea Truth or Dare. Drea said truth. So Nicole was about to ask Drea a question, but Shayna stopped Nicole and whispered in Nicole's ear, and then Nicole repeated what Shayna whispered in her ear. So Shayna got Nicole to ask Drea if she ever partaked in golden showers. Now, golden showers is when you're having sex and your mate pisses on you. That's what the golden shower is. But it hit close to home for Drea because
all the way home.
Drea ex-husband R. Kelly was on videotape
peeing on girls.
Peeing on girls.
And hit all the way home and in her bedroom.
Yes, in her bedroom.
So she went off and started crying. You know, what he did was a reflection of our marriage and on me and all of it. Oh, she went off. I mean, rightfully so. But I got my life because I can't believe that they asked her that. And Shayna trying to have a dumb blonde woman like, bitch, you knew that she was married to R. Kelly and you knew R. Kelly made that sex.
But she knew that. She didn't. Shayna ain't trying to deny that. Shayna, the whole thing is she didn't know Drea would take it like that.
No.
Now, Nicole was the one that was blindsided.
No,
Nicole didn't know.
She said she
knew what she was asking. No, Nicole didn't know. Shayna knew what she was asking, but Shayna just didn't think that Drea would take it like that.
But that's
Nicole was the one that was blindsided, like, damn, I wasn't even thinking, because the Truth or Dare game was about sex.
You know what? That's just like Brandy being on the show, right? And they play Truth or Dare, and they be like, Brandy, do you still feel safe driving? Like, who would say that to somebody? I don't give a fuck, you know, what's going on. She shouldn't have never asked that. You don't go that fucking sensitive. Now, when it's just us, like, yeah, we play Truth or Dare, but we have fun. And ain't nobody throwing no digs or nothing like that. And I feel that they was wrong by saying that Nicole trying to act dumb too. Everybody on this show knew what happened with her and R. Kelly. What R. Kelly did.
They didn't deny, nobody denied about knowing. Nicole's whole thing was it didn't register when Shayna asked.
Fuck that. They did it for the show.
But Shayna knew what she was asking. Shayna just didn't think that Drea would take it that way. But at the end of the day, Drea wasn't mad at Nicole and she wasn't mad at Shayna. The whole thing is she was mad at Robert, R. Kelly, because of what Robert did. Now, everything that he's did is a reflection of her. She had to take her kids out of school. Her kids get teased. Her kids is getting homeschooled. You know, she's never going to live it down. And it happened some odd years ago. But my whole thing is... oh,
but allegedly he got off, so he did it.
Allegedly he got off. It was him. I seen the tape. It was him. She seen the tape. She knows it was him. But my whole thing is... Dre, you should have fucking been left him. Like, you stayed with him after that. Like, ain't nobody. I don't feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for your kids because your kids is innocent. They don't ask who their parents are. But when the shit first went down, I'm up and leaving. You decided to stay by this man and stick by this man, and at the end of the day, you got the bad end of the stick because now you're fighting for child support. Now you got to go through shit that you know it's just too much. Like, you was loyal to him and he's not being loyal to you. You're not getting what Drea isn't getting back what she put into R. Kelly. And that was basically the episode. We didn't see none of Jessica, and quite frankly, after the last couple episodes, I didn't miss Jessica either because I'm over Jessica and her comments. Like, you know, Jessica is good for ratings, but you know she's not good for people like her, and I'm over her.
So we're gonna go to the next one. You can start with R&B Divas.
Oh, all right. So we're gonna start with R&B Divas. So R&B Divas kicks off with the ladies leaving LA from the One Nights Only show and going straight to Hawaii for Monifa's wedding.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that they was leaving from California going to Hawaii. I thought that they was just going to leave from Atlanta and go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So it was just, I was like, wow, they had a lot of shit to pack for this damn trip. So, you know, the girls get there, Monifa's, Monifa and her wife, Therese, I'm announcing her wife, they're planning, at the time they're fiancés, but they're planning for the wedding. They're looking over stuff. Meeting
with the wedding planners.
Yeah, with the wedding planners and just going through stuff. Therese gets emotional, and you know, Monifa, I don't think she cried, but she looked like she probably wanted to. But you know, at all of this, like, bitch, I'm ready to go get something to eat. They're like, yeah, let's go get something to eat. So the next scene, what was the next scene?
The next scene was Kiki.
Because I just want to go by bitch, I just want to go off.
Yeah, I know you want to go off. The next scene was with Kiki and Selena on the beach talking about Latavia not singing at the one nights only. But that particular scene, it wasn't weird, but I liked how they cut it, because at the same time they were showing Kiki and Selena on the beach talking about the one night only, they were showing Latavia and Mila on the beach talking about the one night only thing. But
yeah, so Latavia basically was glad that it was over. That she don't, you know, look, I'm just over the singing stuff. I don't want to sing. They're not going to force me to sing. Blah, 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 blah.
Kiki and Selena whole thing is basically what Angie Stone was saying all damn season.
But like we've been saying all season. Like I feel like, don't come for Latavia now, bitch. Like, don't come for her now. Y'all had all of this time to get her ass together and question her loyalty to this show. Y'all had all of that time. And nobody questioned a motherfucking thing. Oh, Angie, you just coming all too hard. You trying to be the mother of everybody. But Angie Stone seen it. The Brat seen it. Jazzy Faye fucking seen it.
Everybody seen it except for y'all now. After the one night only thing, y'all want to so-called call her out. It's too late now, because the one night only thing is over and done with. And then quite frankly, we really don't want to hear it, because when Angie was saying it, y'all was, you know, looking down on Angie, regardless of when Angie said it, how she said it. Y'all saying the same exact thing she was saying. Point blank in the period. Yeah,
and I feel bad. I don't feel bad for Latavia, but I feel like if you want to come on a show like R&B Divas, if you're not going to sing them, and I want to see what other platforms you can do. And I didn't see anything from Latavia, anything else. Like, we didn't hear about that book that she's working on. We didn't hear any other, you know, platform that she's working on on the show besides, damn it, I'm not going to sing, and I don't want to sing. Y'all not going to force me to sing. Blah, 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 blah.
And then Mila, Kiki, and Latavia, they all sit down and they're meeting. And they meet. And then, you know, during the talk, their conversation, you know, in comes Selena, then in comes Angie. But, you know, Kiki, you know, so-called fed up with Latavia and her not singing, she asked Latavia if she's a diva or not. Kiki,
are you a diva or no?
Yeah.
Are you? Are you a diva?
I'm not a fucking diva, but Latavia says she is a diva.
I am a diva. And when you are a diva, you are expected to sing.
Exactly.
So that means, bitch,
they brung up the fact that you're on the show, R&B Divas, you have a platform, and you're not singing.
And, you know, I felt bad for Latavia that time.
I didn't feel bad.
You know why I felt bad? Because, bitch, don't come at her talking that shit. Like, don't come at her like, are you an R&B Divas? Because you're supposed to represent if you on Ellen, blah, 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 blah. It felt like she was bullying her. You already knew the situation. I'll sing when I'm ready to fucking sing. That's what I got from her this whole season. But, you know, the thing is, with everybody that about to show, the reason why she's not going to sing is because she can't sing. Everybody's going to say she can't sing, she can't sing. And all this season, she played along and made it look like, okay, she can't sing. Well, vocal lessons, she can get that together, okay? Tonight, it wasn't that bad, but if she had a coach, they can work through that. They can fix it. But that's not the song that I would have sung.
But what Kevin is talking about, at sitting down when they asked her what she had diva not, Latavia did sing, and she sang that song Jennifer Hudson sang on the Weight Watchers commercial. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Latavia sung, you know, a verse of that, and Latavia sounded like a fucking cat scratching. Like Latavia sounded horrible. She sounded like she needed some tea, like she wasn't ready. Like, she sounded real bad. And the lady sitting at the table know Latavia sounded bad. Hell, Latavia sounded bad last week.
But look, she wasn't afraid to get on that motherfucking camera and sing. And like I told y'all know I can't fucking sing. But if it's time to sing them and I'ma sing, you say sing, sing, bam. And I'm gonna go right on in and do it. So I was happy that she did that. And now people get to see that, okay, she working with a little something. Like I said, she could do a little, get that vocal lesson together. She can work on them vocals, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. And then you always have the studio to help. So, you know, I just felt bad. But then what really irked the fuck out of me is that Kiki Wyatt talking about, I just gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real. If I'm telling you that our situation is fine, why the fuck are you still trying to keep this shit going? Why press the issue? We are in fucking Hawaii for someone's wedding. Yes. Having a good ass time. You want to get drunk and then want to be what you call it when you just wanna go off and vent and rant and rave. You want to have the rams. That's what it's called. You want to have the rams about what happened between Angie, and Selena. They already squashed that. Nobody asked to hear your opinion. If you wanted to give your opinion, you could have said it way better than what you said. It could have came off way different. It was just that, like Angie, I just wanna apologize because, I did go off of, what Selena said about you getting over on her, and I didn't know the full situation. So at a point, I was looking at you funny, but I do apologize for that. Selena could have had her own conversation with Kiki about the situation. We didn't need you to give your fucking opinion or your thoughts about how it went down. How it went down to you and what really went down, it doesn't, and your opinion on it doesn't matter. Angie and Selena, they sitting there talking, having a good kiki. Okay, why does it concern you about what her husband did? And why you want to, the husband comes over and this, Angie gets over it. Angie's like, I'm done. I'm tired of this shit.
Kiki was disrespectful. She was disrespectful just on the fact that it was done, it was over with, it was squashed. Angie and Selena and Monifa, all three of them sat down. It was a misunderstanding. First of all, it was nothing that Angie did single-handedly. It was all with management.
Like Angie said, she didn't know which tour it was. It was the Australian tour or was it the London tour? She doesn't handle that situation.
All she knows is that, she's doing 2 tours. Like, she didn't know. When Selena found out, that's when Angie found out. And Angie and Selena just went off. But, Kiki was like, first of all, she was wrong for just bringing it up, but she was wrong because it was the wrong time. And then like, speaking up for Selena, when Selena and Angie is already, over, now you opening up old wounds and bringing back old feelings and old emotions or whatever. And then Angie talks to her husband about it, and her husband sends her over. He's like, fuck it, I'll answer that question. Now, Angie's husband is also Angie management, so that's why he went over.
Well, he's not even her husband. I'm talking like that is her husband. Boyfriend. Child.
They common law husband and wife.
Yeah, to me. Yeah, so, he goes over there and Kiki asks him a question. He says, first of all, I'm like, Kiki, shut the fuck up.
And sat down.
All the way down.
No, don't sit down, sat down. Like, damn.
Like, you blowing up because of that? Like, I'm gonna say first of all, and if you don't like me saying first of all, then damn it, we don't need to have this conversation and go get your husband. Just like he said, go come get your wife.
And I wanted to hear what he had to say. As management, I wanted to hear what he had to say, and we couldn't hear what he had to say because Kiki called him the fuck off.
Yeah, everybody can't be Matthew News, and he's still learning the ropes. So, after that, it was time to get ready for the wedding, and they had the wedding rehearsal. And the fireworks went off. I think that was cute.
It wasn't the perfect time, and the fireworks went off at the wedding rehearsal when the wedding was over. That was a perfect sign. But Monifa and Therese got married. It was a beautiful ceremony. And first of all, I just want to personally shout out to TV1 for being one of the first networks to air a gay wedding on their network. It was so beautiful. I loved it, and Logo is like a gay network, and Logo never even, aired a gay wedding. So
are you sure they never aired a gay wedding?
I've never known Logo to air a gay wedding. So for TV1 to air a gay wedding, kudos to them. I don't understand. I don't think that the people understand what they just witnessed. Like, we just witnessed history. Like, this is going to go down in history. Like, it's big, and it's going to, bring a lot of people together, and I hope it opened a lot of people's eyes because TV1 did that. I'm happy. And then for me to be sitting down watching it, and for me to live in Philadelphia, when they just allowing, recognize gay marriage in Philadelphia, it was like, wow. Like, even though, it was 2 females, it was still beautiful to watch. I was happy. Monifa looked beautiful, Therese looked beautiful, so.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't like Monifa's dress.
You said that last week.
I just don't like the black.
I believe.
But black is slimming.
Yes, I believe that in person, that fucking dress was all that. And what Kiki was saying and Angie was saying in their interviews of how beautiful the dress was, I believe that the dress was really, 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 really all that. But your whole thing was just the color.
Yeah,
you just
but I did
color.
enjoy the white. It was nice.
It was real nice.
Nice.
It was real nice wedding.
And I'm surprised. Well, I'm not really surprised, but I thought that, you know, Monifa's daughter probably would have been there anyway, and her daughter wasn't, and she wasn't even talked about this whole season. I don't even think.
Yes, and we all know. Well, for everybody that's R&B Divas thing, we all know that, you know, Monifa's daughter, you know, she's big in the church and in Christ, and, you know, she believes that women should be with men, man should be with women. But, you know, Monifa's daughter, she made that clear that she believes, you know, she don't, you know, believe in that. But her whole thing is, you're my mom, I love you, and I will support you. And the only reason why I said it, because I had tweeted Monifa, and I had asked Monifa, you know, where is your daughter? And, you know, a couple people tweeted me back thinking I was being shady. No, I wasn't being shady. I watches the show. Yeah, Monifa's daughter don't support that, but on top of her not supporting that, she supports and she loves her mom. And she told her mom, and she told Therese, when Therese asked her for her mom hand in marriage, she said, you know, I got you guys, I support you guys. So for her not to be able to support her mom and them, you know, I just was curious why she wasn't there. Or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I feel bad that her daughter wasn't there, but other than that shit, she didn't look like she cared that her daughter was there or not.
Yes.
They had a good time.
And then their speeches and vows to one another, you know, that was beautiful. Like it was, you could tell it was from the heart. Like I loved it, and Monifa was just so anxious to kiss Therese. Like after she said her vows before the minister pronounced them husband, like she wanted to go in for the kiss and stuff. It was real nice. Like I'm happy. It was a great way to end a good season. Like I believe season 3 is one of the.
It was their best season. I liked it because you had some drama, but it wasn't drama to where you like, bitch, I'm over it, I can't watch.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I enjoyed that.
It didn't have you cringing. And then on top of that, I believe this is like really one of the first seasons where everybody was doing something. Selena put out music. Monifa just put out a record last week. You know, Kiki put out an EP. You know, Mila put out a single. Everybody put out music except for Angie and Latavia. But Angie, I believe Angie don't have to put out music. You know, I believe
is a veteran.
I believe that Angie is exempt from putting out music. Now, Latavia, like my whole thing is, I feel like for you to been going from the spotlight as long as you've been going, I feel like you didn't milk this the way that you should have. Because at the end of the day, and I said this before, after the reunion of R&B Divas Atlanta, really,
whether you come back
out of sight, out of mind. We're not going to be tweeting you on Wednesdays. You're not, you know, like you're still going to get, you know, a little, you know, probably, you know, appearances here, but you're not on TV no more, so we're not checking for you. So you didn't capitalize off this and milk this the way that you should have. You should have, you know, even after this, when the season wrapped, you should have been working on music, and by the time the season aired and premiered, you should have been putting out music like everybody else did.
Yeah, and Selena Johnson just released a new video today too.
Yeah, it's like, it was like real beautiful.
What?
You recording?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but on top of that, yeah, I'm happy that the ladies, you know, put out music, because first season they didn't put out music. You know, Faith released the album, a compilation album.
Ooh, Faith released a new song today too. And I love it with Missy. Oh my God.
I didn't hear it. You gotta let me hear it. And then second season, nobody put out no music. It was too much drama. So this season, it was R&B Divas was about R&B Divas. You know, they had a showcase. People put out music. We seen them in the studio. Like it was real good. I'm so happy for you ladies.
They told me Kelly Price released a new CD.
Huh?
I said they told me Kelly Price released a new CD. But you know what's the bad thing? I don't think I want to buy it just because how she was last season on.
Yeah, my whole thing is.
And Kelly, I love that Kelly album, but
reality TV branded Kelly Price because we look at her different, and I really believe what you see is what you get. And what we've seen, how Kelly Price acts, I believe that's really how she is, you know, in real life, you know, regardless of how much she's in the church, how good she can sing, because Kelly Price can't sing, but, you know, your personality, once we see who you really are, we go off that, and you should have just stayed, you know, in the booth, on the album on iTunes because we seen how you are. I'm not checking for you like that no more.
But can we talk about how Kiki sang at that reception? I see Kiki and Tamar. Sometimes good for them to be quiet, but just let them sing. Like when you give them that microphone, they do what they do best with their voice besides running their mouth. You know, like I just loved how the way she sang that song, and she looked nice. Like her hair looked nice and everything. So Kiki, you did that. Y'all, like y'all don't understand. I really enjoyed this, and you know, Wendy Williams is going to bring a lot of drama next week. They didn't even show a preview. I wanted them to show at least a preview from it. Because you know Wendy's going to dig and she's going to get, I know she's going to get into Latavia's.
But you know, it's really not that much to dig into because that's what the season wasn't about.
But if it's 2 parts, it got to be some shit.
It got to be some shit. But like last, when, like it was a lot going on to dig into, to get questions to. Like, I believe Wendy should have did the reunion for second season because it's still a lot that we don't have answers to.
Yeah.
It's still a lot that we don't have answers to.
But that's all right. And you know what? I think that if these women, like I could say minus Latavia, but if these women, like Mila wasn't talked about this season, which I'm surprised. She wasn't talked about much. She had the Autism Speaks and Autism Awareness with her husband, with music and her son and everything, but it didn't really showcase her doing music too much, even though she sang when they showed her singing. I wanted to see more besides just her being in the studio. I wanted a little bit more to see how she's going to try to get her career back on track.
Yes,
because it could be forgotten about just like that. You gotta capitalize on your 9 weeks. You do. Because after 9 weeks, girl, you only got 41 weeks where people forget about you when you're not on your television. Right. So, girl, you got to do something to get on the blogs. Something to keep these girls talking and interested.
Exactly, because she talking about there's no rush to put out music. Okay, when your music is ready to come out, you don't have no platform to expose your music to. Yeah, and if I was on the show, bitch, they gonna have to play my songs during some of these scenes and stuff, and play my commercial. Go get my singles on and you pointed out they was doing that this season.
Yeah, but they stopped for a little bit. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, they did that this season. And like Kiki, after they showed Kiki singing her song "Lie Under You" for the first time, that next day her EP Kiki was #1 on iTunes. That's decent. That's how you capitalize. That's how you do it. Last season, first season of R&B Divas LA, Lil Mo theme song for the show I'm a Diva, like she was plugging that, she got that at the reunion, she released it, people was getting it. It's all about capitalizing, but I feel like Latavia wasn't really ready for what this show was about and what it is, and I felt like,
that's because she don't want to sing. I think if she would have at least attempted to sing, and I think people would have cared more.
Everything about Latavia was just like 2 thumbs down, from her not wanting to sing, from her hair, from her voice, from her style. She needed, I was talking, but no, I know I'm not the only one that's thinking about at Monifa Wet, and she wore just like a regular polka dot sundress that you can wear to go shopping when you pushing your baby stroller or anything. Like, her style was just like crazy and awry. Like, I feel I'm disappointed because my whole thing is like Kiki told Latavia, I am a fan and I want to hear you sing. I'm here and I'm watching and I'm tuning in because of you. Before the show came on, in the promo pictures, Latavia is in the front. So I'm thinking that, this season was going to be about her, and they was going to try to capitalize off Latavia this season. It was totally different for me. Yeah. I'm like that, and I actually told you, I said, I see that, you're in the front, and not only that you're in the front, you're in the middle, and then you're stood out in the front.
They ain't talk nothing about Destiny's Child.
We didn't get what we wanted. I really could have done without Latavia.
But I did enjoy her telling the story about her mom and her being sexually abused. Not that I enjoyed it, but I'm glad that she touched on it and talked about it and not just be brush it away. I'm glad that she brought it to the forefront about that. But it's still more depths to her that we did not see. And honestly, I don't think people would care if she don't come back.
I'm not checking. You know, honestly, I could have. You know, they could have kept Latasha from Escape. You know, like
for what?
They just because she had more of, you know, she opened up more. She wasn't scared to sing. She opened her mouth. She sung. She spoke up. You know, Tasha had a voice or whatever like that. And honestly, I believe the only reason why Latasha isn't back is because Latasha didn't want to come back.
But what is she doing now?
I don't know what is she doing there, but Latasha said at the reunion last year when Joe Claire asked her, you know, will you come back next season? If Exes come back, she said that's something I would have to think about. So I believe that Latasha, you know, declined to come back. You know, for her, I don't believe that she would. So Latasha was a good addition to the show. She could sing. She had her own opinion. She spoke up. You know, she told Kiki, you know, Kiki, what you said to Angie, I thought you was wrong. You know, like she spoke up. You know, she wasn't just sitting there just going with the flow, like she had a voice. Like, you know, Latavia ain't have no voice at all this season. At all.
Well, we'll be back next week to review the rest of what happened. You notice both shows was in Hawaii this week?
I was wondering if Hollywood Exes was in Hawaii. I didn't want to say that because I wasn't, you know, sure.
Yeah, it was in Hawaii.
Kudos to them.
So, yeah, we'll be back with the conclusion of this Hawaiian trip and Andrea's wedding, and we'll be talking about reunion part 1, and that might need a video by itself.
Yes.
R&B Divas reunion. So thank y'all for watching, and we will see y'all next week.
And again, congratulations to Monifa and Therese.
Yes, congratulations, y'all. Don't think that I just didn't like the dress. I really didn't like the color. I thought y'all should have wore white or something, but hey, y'all did y'all. When most people wear black to the funeral, when most people wear black to the wedding, it's because they don't approve of the wedding. So you know, so to see the two brides wearing black dresses, I was not feeling that. But other than that, it was beautiful. I enjoyed it. I wish them success. Now y'all know what the next step is.
Their own reality show.
No. Children. So I want to know, do they want children? Do they want to adopt? Like,
in the future, who's gonna carry that? Oh my, but that's a good spin-off show though.
I never thought of them having a reality show. I do like Therese though. I do like her.
Look, Therese is humble.
Therese look like she works in a corporate job. I mean, she ain't got time for nobody's shit.
Oh, and before we go, for some reason I feel like Angie Stone and her hubby, manager Ashanti, I feel like anytime now we can be expecting to hear that they ain't together anymore.
Why?
Because I just don't. Because for some reason I don't think. I think that Angie Stone's husband, you know, I feel like he's not in it. He's not in it for the long haul that Angie is in it.
He probably feels that he need to get his money up, and he probably, because a lot of men feel that when they women are the breadwinner. So I think when the time is right, like you said, when the time is right, he will propose. And right now, he doesn't feel man enough to put a ring on her finger, and I can respect him for that. But he at least has to.
I can respect him for that too. But also, Angie, you cannot put pressure on a man to marry you like that. You can't do that. She said
she's not going to be the one that does that. But damn it, she want to know, are you planning on putting a ring on my finger?
My whole thing is, I feel like if you want to get married, you bring it up one time, you talk about it one time, and that's it. They constantly, you know, make any man feel like they need to hurry up and pop the ring to you. It's not going to do nothing but cause division. And that's in anybody's situation, because don't nobody want to feel pressure to do something that they don't want to do. Because then their whole thing is, they're going to think that you're going to go somewhere else and get it and start looking for somewhere else, and then they just might start, you know, pulling back. Because one thing about a man is a man first, and then second, he's a man with pride. Every man has pride. And one thing you want to do is fuck with a man pride.
Alright.
Hello.
But he's alright. I don't think they're going to break up though.
I don't see them getting married.
You never know.
I mean, you never know.
Shit, they don't see us getting married. But hey, you never know.
Child, we already married. Show them the wedding certificate.
So
we got married just to say we did it.
Yes, I told them which one of y'all wanted to do it first, just to say we did it. But you don't play with the sanctity of marriage like that. So we're gonna go, and we will see y'all next week, y'all. Peace. Ooh, you seen that thunder?
Yeah.
Bitch, ain't nobody got time for that.